So I want to go ahead and give a massive shout out to this individual note right here. I'm going to leave a link to their channel down in the description below, but they were able to go ahead and combine the trailer and the gameplay into one video. And by doing that, I was able to notice some things that I didn't notice before when I did my full gameplay breakdown. And it has me pretty excited. It's a bit of a theory or speculation that I came up with by studying this trailer and gameplay. And I wanted to go ahead and share it with you guys because I'm just damn excited about this game. So I want to get your guys' thoughts. I want to get your guys' opinions down below. And I want to know what you guys think. But it really revolves around the characters within this game and the gameplay that we see. And like I mentioned, I noticed some things that I didn't notice beforehand. And the one thing that I did want to go ahead and talk about first is the gourd on the back of the quote-unquote main character. I think that gourd is going to be extremely prevalent and probably the focal point to this game in terms of gameplay and what you're going to be able to do within Wuthering Waves. So let me go ahead and explain myself. This gourd right here, you see it on every single character in this trailer. And I think there's a reason for that. I think this gourd has so much to do within this game that it is an extremely integral part of combat, gameplay, maybe even story. Let me go ahead and show you. So we have the gourd here on the quote-unquote main character. And then if we transition over to this scene right here where we have the gameplay, we have the gourd once again, but that's not all. If we go ahead and we take a look at the male character, as you can see right here, he has the gourd as well on his back. And then if we take a look at the very end where they're showing all the ultimates, you can see this character clearly has the gourd on their back as well. Then we obviously have the main character. Now this character right here, you can't see the gourd, but I'm just going to go ahead and assume it's there. And then this character right here, you can obviously see the gourd on the back right there, which is extremely interesting. And then of course this is the character that we were talking about beforehand. Okay, and you can see the gourd there as well. So this gourd, what I believe this gourd is going to be able to do is not only alert you when there's danger or be able to point you in the right direction, whatever the case may be, but I think this gourd actually holds this companion or this familiar. I think this gourd might house this individual is my theory. But not only that, I think this gourd also houses this individual who possesses elemental power. And let me explain. So if we take a look here, and this is probably the most prevalent that I can go ahead and point out. Obviously, you see this earth golem, and obviously this individual created this or allowed you to be able to do this, right? Obviously that this individual is conjuring up this golem to be able to have you do that attack. And you can see this individual is looking like it's made out of the earth element. And obviously the golem is, you know, a rock golem or earth golem, whatever you want to call it. Now, I could be completely mistaken about this, and I do apologize if I am. But this looks like it reads Huang Long. This is a little difficult to see towards the end, but it looks like it reads Huang Long. Now, I did look it up. I did a little research, and if I'm correct, this directly translates to yellow dragon, which is associated with the earth element. Once again, if I'm not mistaken, if I am, I do apologize. But that's what I found, which I find that to be extremely interesting. What if this gourd changes the elements that you can use, right? Now, once again, I could be wrong about that. This could just be, you know, alerting you about, you know, what's happening, pointing you in the right direction, maybe just housing that individual, and that individual can only do the earth element stuff, right? I could be completely wrong about this, but and the other characters that you get in the gacha have the elements, the different elements. But I just believe that this little companion is housed maybe in this gourd somehow, and this gourd, depending on what companion you use, may be able to determine what element you use. I'm not too sure. That's just kind of what I'm speculating right now, what I'm thinking. Now, there are some other things that I did want to go ahead and bring up in today's video that I've been theorizing as well. This individual right here and the male character that we saw here are possibly the actual two main characters, is what I'm starting to theorize. And the reason I believe that, and I believe this might be a situation like Genshin Impact, where you can pick a male or female character to start the game with, is what I'm thinking. And the reason I say that is because this character, the male character, and this character right here are just extremely similar in terms of aesthetics. So if you take a look, they have the black aesthetic in terms of their design, but they also have these two extension of the hair like things here. You can see the exact same features on the male character here. The two extension of the hair, the black aesthetic, the gourd, but not only that, the sword and the way the character fights is the exact same sword and the exact same way the character fights, excluding these floating objects. This might be specific to the male character because I don't see the female character utilize these flying objects at all. Now, this could be a skill that you develop later on and the female character can utilize it too. I'm not too sure, but you just don't see the female character using it. Now, the female character might have access to it, they just don't use it in this gameplay. But that's the only difference that I noticed. Other than that, if you take a look, the way the male character did that spinning animation and the after images, like the smoke after images, are the exact same as the female character. And I think that transition there was deliberate. I think they did that on purpose right there, that spin attack into the spin attack, right into that female character. I think that was deliberate on Kuro Games. I think they were trying to tell us something without telling us something. And I think these are the two actual main characters of the game, is what I'm theorizing at this point in time. And then you'll be able to gotcha for other characters, possibly with different elements. I'm not entirely too sure. Now, my other theory that I have is that there's a connection between this character and this character. There's some connection there. There has to be. And the reason why I say that, and I'm not exactly sure what it is, but the reason I say that is because this character right here has the same symbol as that female character. Now, I can't see it on the male character because the male character is clothed and I don't know what the symbol is because they are in different spots. But this character has the symbol right here, wields the same sword, looks extremely similar as well. And there's one other aspect as well, but let me go ahead and show you the symbol right there on the chest, and it's actually on the forehead of that character as well. And then if we take a look here, you can clearly see the exact same symbol on the shoulder of this character. Now, once again, I don't know what the connection is. Initially, I thought they were the one and the same character. I thought they were the same, but I'm not entirely too sure about that now. But there is some type of connection. I'm just not exactly sure what it is. You can clearly see the kanji right here. And then you can see that glow. You can see the outline of the sheath. It all looks exactly like the sword here. The kanji, the aesthetics, the blue glow, the sheath. To me, in my opinion, this is the exact same sword. And something else that threw me off is this part right here where it says, which part of you will you save? And clearly, this character is struggling to like maintain or contain something like an alter ego or a transformation or a different personality. There's obviously something that's going on here, especially at this part where you can see the symbol right here and it's glowing on the forehead, and it appears as if she's struggling to control or she's starting to remember another side of her. That's what led me to believe that they were one and the same, but I'm just not too sure. And then it said, which part of you will you save? Making it seem as if there's two sides to this specific character. It has the same sword, same symbols. It's very interesting. The more I look into this gameplay and the trailer in this game, the more questions that I have. But not only that, if I go over here to this part where then we see this character, look, the blue glow, the sheath. It's just all so similar. And then we have these like visions or flashbacks or memories, whatever's happening here. It's as if on this expression, this character can feel what that character was feeling in like a subconscious type of way. It's as if that character was battling and this character can feel the battle going on from the expression. There's some connection there. I just don't know what it is. Look, as if she can feel what's happening and she feels sad because that character was like getting beat up at that time. And she can feel the fight. And look, this character looks like she's suffering or she's losing that battle. And she knows it and she can feel it and she understands it, but she feels hopeless or helpless because she can't help or she can't do anything about it. I don't know. Or if it's like a vision or a flashback. I'm not too sure. I really don't know. Also gives me those vibes is this part right here where Kuro Games decides to have this running animation transition into this person doing the running animation, and it looks extremely similar. Now, I don't know if this is how characters run in Wuthering Waves. It's all the same, but these two look like they're running exactly the same. Which also led me to believe at one point they were the same character, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Like I said, the more I look into it, the more questions I actually have. And then this was another thing that got me is this transition right here. A lot of times I think Hero Games does transitions on purpose, deliberately. This transition right here, where it looks like the companion or the familiar is doing an ability, which almost makes it look like it's transforming into this character. That transition, like it was on purpose. They did it deliberately. And their dodge animation is the same. The more I look into it, the more questions that I have. Really is feeling that way. This is where I need your guys' help. This is where I need you to go down in the comments below and let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. Just some things that I noticed that I wanted to share with you guys and get your take. Anyways, I'm going to get on out of here. If you're excited about Wuthering Waves, make sure to hit that like button. Sub if you're new. We're going to be covering Wuthering Waves extensively here on the channel. I'm going to go ahead and keep you tapped into all new information that releases. And if you're excited about that, make sure you sub with notifications turned on. I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name is Cody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.